Welcome back to Humans in 5.
Now, we're big advocates of a work-life balance. It's easier to bear in mind over the summer, but we always like to remind ourselves to make sure that we have time to rest and recover.
Now, this can take the form of a vacation or spa days, but in our day-to-day lives, one of the best ways we can take care of ourselves is by making sure we get a good night's sleep whenever we can.
We all know that sleep is good for us, but we often underestimate how beneficial a strong sleep schedule can be. Sleep can help our bodies rest and recover and provides opportunities for us to relieve some of the stresses we experience during the day.
We've also noticed that not all sleep is the same. Humans sleep in various cycles. For example, we cycle out of lighter and deeper stages of sleep. REM, or rapid eye movement sleep, is a deep sleep state when we dream and consolidate memories. Lighter phases of sleep move us in and out of this deep cycle. These sleep patterns can have diverse impacts on our lives.
Now, a lack of sleep can definitely have some short-term negative effects. On top of feeling groggy, some research has shown that people who miss out on sleep function in a pretty similar manner to people who are drunk or hungover.
New research suggests that sleep can also have some critical long-term impacts on our health and wellness. Research from the National Institutes of Health in the United States suggests that interrupted sleep, as well as tiredness and napping during the day, could be associated with later risk for Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease often impacts people as they age and can be associated with memory loss, problems with language, disorientation, and a range of other cognitive issues.
It turns out that people who have disrupted body clocks and sleep, for example, 8 hours in batches of napping or poor night's sleep across 24 hours, had higher levels of beta amyloid proteins in their brains. These proteins negatively impact on how different parts of the brain communicate with one another.
These proteins are known to be higher in patients with Alzheimer's disease symptoms and can clump and form plaques which affect brain function. These proteins, however, get washed away when we have a solid, continuous night of sleep. When our sleep is fragmented, our brains don't get the clean out they need to reduce these pesky proteins from lingering around.
There also seems to be a vicious cycle linking poor sleep and Alzheimer's. A lack of sleep can increase the amount of these problematic proteins, but as these proteins build up, they can start to limit your ability to sleep. It gets harder and harder to get that good night's rest required to clean out your brain once you start down that interrupted sleep pathway.
This study is new and has a comparatively small sample size, but does start to raise some questions about the long-term effects bad sleep can have on our brain. It was also noted that people who slept poorly had increases in these Alzheimer's-linked proteins. They also tended to have worse moods.
Researchers are now investigating if finding ways to help people sleep better might benefit their brains and cognitive capacity in the long run. If you find you're having trouble sleeping, it's always worth checking with your GP if your sleep habits are normal.
We hope you're catching your Zeds the best you can, and we'll see you next time on Humans in 5.
And don't forget to subscribe!